everyone. Well, welcome to the Pageant Perspective podcast, where we go beyond the sash, unveiling stories and celebrating beauty. Wow, this afternoon I am so honored to have the beautiful Georgia with me, who goes by the motto, strong, beautiful, and confident. Welcome, Georgia.
Thank you for having me.
So to everybody out there, Georgia is from Eden Park, and she is going to tell us just a bit about herself. And Georgia, how did you get into pageantry, and how did you get here?
So hi everybody, I'm Georgia Bezuidenhout, all the way from Eden Park, born and raised. About myself, I'm just your ordinary girl that's forever in the house, now and then in and out the house. But yeah, how I actually got into modeling was because of a devastating part in my life. And I just didn't want to use medication to find myself because of the trauma that I had with bullying. I used pageants to help me find myself.
So let's talk a bit about that. So I also come from a very colored community. I come from Annandale, you come from Eden Park.
Yes.
And I think very often we just don't talk about bullying. And you're saying something so important. So you're saying, I was bullied. I needed to understanding you had to go for counseling.
Yes.
And then you had to get onto medication. And what would you say? Because many people, and a lot of people, even in Eden Park and in our colored communities, when they watch this podcast, what do you want to tell people out there today about bullying, and what has it done to you as an individual and as a woman?
Hey, bullying in a whole, it really affects a person's mental health, confidence, even how we interact with people. And the way it affected me was in a point where I didn't know who I was, where I should go to, even though I spoke to teachers about it and my peers, but I felt like I'm becoming a burden for them. So hence me doing pageants and stuff. But what I want to say to people or young ones my age is that don't allow the bullying to define who you are. Yeah, it may be there, but at the end of the day, it's either you get up, dust yourself off, and make a difference, change the narrative.
Yes, that's so important. You're also a very big part of the MOVE system. It's fitness, and fitness is strong minds, healthy bodies, and it also brings a certain level of confidence. So tell us a bit about MOVE and how that has influenced your pageantry journey.
Okay, MOVE, it's a gym facility nationwide, wide actually, and it's the one where I'm based in is in Melrose Arch. My journey with MOVE actually came to a slight stop because of traveling from Eden Park to Melrose Arch. But fitness in a whole helps with my mental health. It gives me a standard ground where I know what I can do, how to plan my whole day out. It also helps me to tackle tasks that I don't really like completing. But yeah, fitness is a very important part of my life. I may not look like I gym, but summer body whole year.
So I love what you're saying. So some of us just like you got it naturally.
Yeah.
Some of us have to work so much harder to look the way that we want to look.
Yes.
And I also find that as women, we always make that excuse when it comes to fitness and making time for it. And I just want you to share, like, at what point did you decide that this is just not negotiable? I'm part of this MOVE journey, and just how it just naturally, just mentally also helps you transform.
How I made it like consistent, right, was because of an old saying from my previous gym instructor, Louise. Name is Kretowa. She made it like consistency is the key to doing everything.
Absolutely.
So the more you're consistent, the more you stay on that part of saying fitness is my goal. It's part of me.
Wow. So you are about to embark on, I think, just like every little girl's dream.
Yeah.
You are off to New York
The big apple.
Yes, the Big Apple. How did you get here? How did all of that, like, what happened?
So how I got into the Big Apple journey basically was actually with the competition that I'd entered in Miss, no, not Miss, sorry, Inter Africa Talent Showcase.
Wow.
So that's how I got into it, and then got the call out for callbacks because it's how they work with callbacks. And I was actually shocked because I really didn't think I would get a callback from any of the scouts that was viewing on their side of the world. Because there was like videos that were taken and sent to them. I really didn't think I was going to get anything, and I was
Yeah.
shocked. But yeah, that's how I got to the Big Apple journey.
Okay. So, what does that mean for you when you sit back and you're like, wow, Georgia is going to New York? Tell us a bit about how you have to prepare for this. What I love is you talk a lot about the mental kind of capacity that you need to build. You need to do fundraisers, etc. But how does Georgia, as herself, kind of mentally just start getting into the right place and into that confidence? So, what is some of the things that you do to, mentally prepare for what you're about to embark on?
So what I normally do is self-affirmations, number one, praying, and then also making sure that my support group is there.
Oh,
So
wow.
my family, my
Yes.
friends, those are my support group. So without them, I don't think I would come this far on being level grounded or being able to go forth.
Yes, yes. A big part of what you're about to embark on requires funding.
Yeah.
And a lot of that funding is kind of your own initiatives. And a lot of women also, or anyone in pageantry, understands it's not an easy journey.
That's right.
So tell us about some of the things that you were doing from a funding perspective, just to boost and to get yourself ready financially for the Big Apple.
So I baked scones, baked muffins. I had a few events like a fitness bash. Okay, the outcome wasn't what I expected. The sip and paint was one of the events that I held to raise funds, as well as the Back a Buddy Up campaign that's still going on. That's about it that we've tried, and also donations from church, friends, family. Yeah.
Wow. So I've had the privilege of seeing your Back the Buddy campaign. And tell us about it, and how do people support you if we want to sponsor your journey as Georgia, and we are taking Georgia to the Big Apple. Just tell us about it. How do we reach you? How do we support you? And tell us what is it that you need so that we can get you to New York.
So with the Back My Buddy app, it's a online campaign, which the Back a Buddy campaign itself helps with people all over the world to get them to their goals, education, sports, as well as my campaign to New York. It's a campaign where people all over the world can donate, starting from 100 Rand upwards, as well as any amount that basically can make a difference. The funding that I need for it's for my trip, my accommodation, flights, transportation, food, and as well as to make my life that side much easier, so I don't get stranded there in the Big Apple. But yeah.
Wow. So there you have it, everybody. I think and I know that we are going to back you up. We are taking you to New York. For how long will you be in New York?
It was gonna, I think it was about a week. Yeah, it's a week.
Awesome. So there you have it from myself and the beautiful Georgia. Let's get Georgia to New York, everybody. And that is us for this afternoon. From the Pageant Podcast perspective, we want to thank you for your time. We want to wish you the best of luck. Go represent South Africa. Go represent women out there. And thank you for being resilient and such a strong and courageous woman. Thank you, Georgia, for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you.